things for me. Well, I'm glad.
Yes, sir.
And this experience, this worship, this session of this church is a particular experience that I shall cherish. I heard David say, "Come, magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together." To Reverend Dr. Bowles, to Sister Bowles. My Reverend sister shared with us today. She and I go back a long way. And to the officers and the members of this church, any visitors who may be sharing with us, it's good to see you. And good to be in the house of the Lord one more time. I'm a little stumbling and I got some things going on in my mind. I'm trying to see how I can do this and not go to jail, how I can do this and not get arrested. But I think if somebody shows you something and you announce that if you get a chance, you're going to steal it, and then you get a chance and you steal it, that's really not stealing, isn't it? Isn't it, y'all? I mean, Pastor Bowles fooled around and showed me a little laptop computer that can do just about everything. If I want it in German, it's in German. If I want it in Hebrew, it's in Hebrew. Got the Bible all through it. And he knew what he was doing when he showed it to me. Because he needed the Lord, "Doc, can you do this?" "Doc, can you speak French?" "What are you going to talk about today, Doc?" Well, I told him, and then he hit a couple of buttons. It jumped up on the screen, and commentary jumped up. Now, I think, don't you think, truthfully, that's an invitation for me to take it? So when he set it down, I took my Bible and set it on it. And when I leave, I'm going to be in a hurry. And I'm going to grab everything that's there. So if you see me running out the door, don't come Reverend, let Reverend go. And Sister Davis, don't waste no time getting through the car. And good idea. And if I miss your car, then I get Sister Cynthia's car. Then I get out of here. I want to commend and grateful for Sister Davis being here and for our two guests who came to share with us. And I especially am consider them and appreciate their presence. They come from a large church in Des Moines. I didn't realize it was that big until I was talking a few minutes ago, and they have as many ministers in that church as we have in here this afternoon. A membership of a little over 3,000. And I'm appreciative of them coming to share with us. And God will surely bless them by the spirit that they lend to us. Now, on our way to the benediction. From the 3rd chapter of the book of Acts. These words that you have memorized and you have known from your youth. States, "Silver and gold have I none, but such as I have, I give thee. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, rise up and walk." For just a few minutes, I want to talk about, any way you want to put it, I want to know what you got that you can use. Everybody ought to have something. Everybody who knows the Lord and has had an experience with Him ought to have something. It makes no sense to me when folk come to church and leave and say they didn't get anything. Because they should have had something before they got there. Each of us has our own experiences, our own joy, our own sorrow, our own work, our own labor that will carry us through to where we need to go. Now, lest I get caught off track and spend more time on that I didn't intend to spend, I need you to come and go with me for a moment now. And it's just a one day. It could have been a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, but it's a one-day experience in the Bible. Quite often the Bible denotes the day by the significance of what that day might be when the miracle was wrought. But here it just said one day Peter and John were on their way to the temple because it was prayer time. There is one thing, and I'm not from the school that wants to go back to the old days. There's some things in the old days I didn't like. Inconveniences back there. Potbelly stove. Coal. Kindling. Coal oil. All that. I don't want to go back to that. But there was one good thing about the old days. If you were poor like we were, you walked to church. And I discovered that walking to church in an attitude of prayer about what you're going to do when you get there sets a fire even before devotion begins. Before the deacon got down on his knees and began to talk to the Lord and use those familiar words and say, "Dear Lord, once more and again." Even before that, when we had come in the door, we were feeling the Spirit because walking to church had invigorated our imaginative spirits so that our souls were already on fire. Nothing wrong with riding to church. I like riding to church, but sometimes we get from home to church too quick. And we can't contemplate on what happened since the last time we were at church. And have to pay too much attention to the signs and the lights and the traffic. But if you walk, y'all want to excuse me a little bit here. Walking to church reminds me that since the last time I was there, God has been good. God has put food on the table. God has made a way out of no way. God gave me power to get up on Monday all week long and go to my job. And then on Friday night get my paycheck and cash my paycheck and pay my rent and get my light and gas and be able to do a little something for the children. You don't think about that when you're riding in your car, but you think about it when you're walking to church.